Since we're talking about women and money, there are some very interesting trends emerging. My colleague Shreya is here with us. Shreya, when you look at the number of women who are staying invested, that is on the rise. Women who are talking about financializations of their savings, that's also on the rise. With more and more women, it appears, are now concerned about their retirement plans, about their children's health and education, about their family, possibilities of where they can take off on a holiday, how much they can save. All in all, it does appear that financialization of savings is becoming a reality.
Exactly, Shweta. And women investors have been on the rise. And according to a survey by FindEdge, 42%, there has been a 42% increase in women investors as compared to 2022. Whereas 5% women investors also think 5%, they save 5% more as compared to men for their future goals and financial planning. About 31% of women investors also prioritize retirement planning. So you can see a shift in financial planning and also making sure that their financial goals and financial independence is very important. Now, when you look at a brokerage firm, when you look at women investors across India, now there are significant women investors in the north as well as the west region. The southern region also seems to be catching up. However, there are only 8% of women investors in the east that are taking up investing. The data also suggests that at what age do women generally start investing? Shweta, at what age did you start investing?
I was in my late 20s.
So the data also suggests that there are about 39% of women investors who start investing in their 20s, whereas the other 41% of women investors, they start investing in their 30s. So all in all, about 80% of women investors lie in the age bracket of 20 to their 30s. Now, the report by Nippon Mutual Fund also points out that there are about 66% of women who prefer mutual funds as an investment, and a staggering 49% of them also prefer investing in SIPs. Now, when you look at the SIP data, you can see that there are around 14,000 that women on an average invest 14,000 per month, as compared to men who invest 13,400 per month. So now you can infer from the data, traditionally we expect men to invest more as compared to women, but the data suggests that women are more financially planning for their future goals.
Absolutely, women are planning better perhaps, and are increasingly getting more and more aware about their financial goals. Sairee, this is a trend line. I think it should make us all happy, but also goes on to reaffirm a strongly and very long held belief that women are better financial managers. Unfortunately, till date, there are just over around 50 out of 470 fund managers in the country who are women. What do you make of this conflicting data?
Absolutely. Actually, when you look at this data in a slightly more holistic view, if you look at consumption of financial products in this country, out of every 100 loans given, less than 10 loans are given to women. Out of all financial products consumed, whether it's credit cards, SIPs, insurance, actually less than 7% of that goes to women. So we still have a long way to go when it comes to consumption of financial products at a scale. When you extract this out, look at the number of women who are educated, who now use digital mediums, who now use payments, and run maybe a small business or are part of the workforce in some way. We have a long ground to cover there. And I think same for women in capital markets, in financial markets, in fund management industries. These are industries that have typically been male dominated because the consumers are always men. So I think the correlation here is, as we see more women consumers, we are very likely to see more women fund managers in the industry. And I do hope that we continue to retain talent at mid levels so that we can have more fund managers at the top.
Interesting. The correlation, it doesn't make much sense, but perhaps there will be a change in trend. As I wrap this up, from what I'm understanding, Sairee, it does look like we've covered a long road. There's been a lot that has been done when it comes to either bringing women back into the workforce, ensuring that there are more women leaders. But all of this appears to be, till date, bit of lip service to me. A lot of policies out there, that look like they are going to be revolutionizing the way women participate in the workforce, but haven't had any material sort of change, and there is no material evidence to support a change that has emerged. In your view, in 2024, what is the biggest challenge that women are facing, and what can the government really do about it?
Yeah, I think we need interventions at two levels. One is fundamental KPI of the government. You know, if you look at women in workforce today, it's actually not on anyone's agenda. It's not a KPI that the Women's and Child Ministry represents. It's not a KPI of the Skill Ministry or Ministry of Commerce. So who is really tracking it and investing in it? And I think that's a really hard question for us to answer if we want India to be on the development track that we all hope to be. Then we can't get there without women contributing to the economic mainstream. So employment, entrepreneurship, and access to capital are core themes, and it needs to be a KPI at a policy level. The second is just access to capital. I think we need to invest more uh, in women, both uh, at a GDP level, which means investing in women as fund managers, as provider of credit, as direct credit to women, particularly entrepreneurs. I think these are very important levers if we need to change the numbers that we are at today. And secondly, just fundamental long-term investment. So whether it's child infrastructure, childcare, family-friendly workplaces, safety, I think investment in safety still
Right.
continues to be poor, and we can't get there without taking care of
Absolutely.
fundamental hygiene of safety there. Uh, but having said that, as somebody who's worked for about 15 years in the space and has seen this change, we used to have 10 million women, 10 million users online. We have